On today's video, we're going to be discussing how to install a RaceChip on a BMW F30 328i equipped with the N20 2.0 4-cylinder motor, which is also available on many different BMW models.
Before installing the RaceChip, please wait until your engine is cool enough to work on. Put your parking brake or emergency brake on. If your vehicle is equipped with an alarm system, please disable it. Pop the hood, roll up the windows, close the doors, and press the lock button on your key fob and move that key fob 30 feet away. You're going to wait about 10 minutes after for all the electricity to clear from underneath the hood.
The first step on the installation is to remove the plastic engine cover. There'll be a few rubber grommets holding the engine cover on, as well as 2 fingers inside rubber gaskets. So what we're going to first do is pull up and then pull away from the car. So grab the corners, pull up until it disconnects, and then pull away. For the N20 engine, we're going to have 3 connection points. First one's going to be A at the turbo boost pressure sensor. Then there's going to be B at the manifold pressure sensor. Before finally we're going to install to C, which is the mass airflow sensor. Let's begin by removing the A connection on the turbo boost pressure sensor. To do so, there'll be a small locking tab right here on the back. We're going to press down and then pull away from the sensor to remove the sensor plug. Make sure you're not pulling on the wires, that you're actually pulling on the plug itself. We don't want to damage or tear away any of the wires. Here's the sensor plug removed. We're going to take that male connection to the RaceChip female connection. We're going to connect to the smooth side, not the side with the locking tab. Press in until it clicks. Give it a tug to make sure it's on there. Then take the RaceChip male connection with the gray locking tab and then plug it into the sensor we just removed until it snaps, and then lock down with the gray lock tab. With the A connection securely in place, let's now move to the B connection on the manifold pressure sensor, which will be just up on the other side of the throttle body than the A connection. Same as the A connection, press down the locking tab and pull back to remove. And then we're going to take the female end of the RaceChip wiring harness. Again, same side, the smooth side will connect to the locking tab until it clicks. And then we're going to take the male end of the RaceChip wiring harness and plug it into the sensor. Press on until it clicks, and then press the locking tab until it's in place. Now let's move over to the C connection, which will be to the MAF, the mass airflow sensor. Same as the other 2 sensors, you're going to press down the locking tab, pull back, take the male end of the wiring harness onto the female end of the RaceChip wiring harness, press till it clicks, then take the male end of the RaceChip wiring harness, press it on there, and press until it clicks. Now that we have the 3 connections securely in place, let's now install the RaceChip. So to do so, we're going to install the 4 mounting tabs into the back of the RaceChip. These are very convenient because if you ever need to remove the RaceChip for any reason, you can actually just push down on these tabs and leave the zip ties in place, but remove the RaceChip. Before we actually install the RaceChip, we'll first need to remove the deactivation plug. It's very important that you hang on to the deactivation plug. A good place to put this is in your glove compartment or your center console. Now this is really important if you ever want to revert the car back to stock or actually remove the RaceChip. This will be your bypass plug and will revert the car right back to its stock condition. To remove the deactivation plug, we're going to grab the purple FCI plug, simply pull away, pull straight up for the deactivation plug. Then we're going to put the RaceChip in its place. Now it's very important upon the first installation of the RaceChip that we get no LED light up on the GTS or no green LED on the S or RS. We don't want any power going to the unit when installing the device. Now we're going to use the 2 longer supplied zip ties to mount the RaceChip in place. The really nice thing about our clips is you actually can mount the zip tie in either direction, wherever you find fit for the RaceChip to actually install. For the F30 328i, we actually found a really good place right here behind the passenger side front headlight. It's a good place because it's away from any hot moving parts. There also is no moisture getting in here to the wheel well, which is very important for the RaceChip. Now when we're mounting the unit, it's very important that if you're going to be zip tying to any electrical lines, you don't do anything too tight to pinch any of the wires. We want to do a nice loose zip tie to not pinch anything off. Next up on the installation is to actually zip tie the wiring harness. So when we're doing this, same as the RaceChip, we want to make sure we avoid any hot or moving parts. Same thing as well with the zip ties, is if we're going to be zip tying to any electrical lines like we are here on the factory wiring harness, and we're not going too tight to pinch any of those electrical wires. Continuing the installation, we're actually going to cut the excess ends of the zip ties off to give it a nice factory look. To finish up the installation, we're now going to reinsert the plastic engine cover. Same way as it went on, we're going to find those same rubber grommets and push in until it snaps.
Start in the default setting of the RaceChip for the first time you test drive the car. If everything works great, you can then move the RaceChip to the next level up. Be aware that the car needs some time to adapt before releasing the full performance upgrade. Now, get out, drive, and enjoy your RaceChip.